Man, you know, one of the most important things you have to do to change your life is you have to stop caring. You have to stop giving a fuck what people think about you, what people are gonna say about you, the judgment from others, the judgment from your family, the judgment from your significant other, the judgment from your kids, the judgment from people that you don't even know in this world. The judgment from others is pretty much embodied with fear. The fear of putting yourself out there, the fear of the condemnation, the fear. The world is predicated off of fear, man. It's so ingrained into our culture. I mean, just turn the news on and you can see how the fear is it's just so much fear into this society, into this world. And that fear gets into your subconscious mind and it makes you fearful of so many things. Fearful of taking actions. Fearful of doing what you really want to do. A lot of times we do things that we don't even want to do, man. We go to jobs that we don't even want to do. You know what I mean? We do things for some people that we don't even want to do. We take certain actions that we really don't even want to do, man. But we are conditioned to believe that this is what we must do. We don't say things a lot of times because of the fear of judgment. We may have a thought that we want to say, maybe out into a group of people, maybe to a specific person, but out of fear of what that may bring, out of fear of what that person may think of us, we don't say what we really want to say. We don't say what we mean. And it's the fear that keeps us from really living the life that we really want to live. But you know what? You got to I think everybody's on their own journey, right? And everybody hits this point in their life at a certain time. If they do, some people never hit this point. But you hit a point where you just have to say, fuck it, man. You just have to say, fuck it. I don't care what people think of me. I don't care what happens. I'm going to do and live how I want to live. I'm going to live in my truth. And you got to hit a point where you just get to that point. Some people hit that point young, you know? And you can kind of see it because some people like decide to create content and to put themselves out there. It takes a lot of courage to get in front of this camera and speak whatever the hell you want to say, because you know you're putting yourself out there. You're opening yourself to the criticism of others. And that could be good criticism. It could be bad criticism. But when you put yourself out there, you're opening yourself for all of that. So, you know, most of the time when somebody does something, they overwhelmingly get positive. But by human nature, we gravitate to the negative. You know what I mean? It's like a person, you could put a video out, you could get 100 comments saying, we love this content. Like, this is amazing. This has changed my life. Like, keep doing this stuff. And then you get one negative comment that's like, man, fuck this dude or fuck this girl. You know what I'm saying? But as human nature, we're gonna harp on that negative comment like it's going to hit us in the soul. And I don't know if that's just by nature or whatnot. I'm sure it is. I'm sure it's just a part of the programming, but we have to break that programming, y'all. We have to get to a point where we don't care about what people think about us. And I started making these videos. I started recording these videos a month and a half, almost 2 months ago now. And what made me start recording these videos is just getting to the point where I just didn't care what people thought about me. I was like, look, man, I need to get more comfortable in front of the camera because the goals that I have, the person that already has this is way comfortable in front of the camera. This is nothing to them. So my whole purpose was to put in the repetitions, put in the reps, right? And I started recording this content just to get more comfortable in front of the camera. I decided that I didn't give two damns of what somebody had to say about whatever I was saying. But I started it off, I had 50 subscribers. But within the last month, 40 days or so, I've gained like 500 subscribers. May not be much. I'm grateful. I'm thankful because it's definitely grown faster than I thought it would grow. But as I get more eyes on me, I realized I was getting to a point where I was more worried about what I was saying, the quality of content that I'm putting out, more worried about curating the content to a specific audience and things of that nature. And yes, I plan to make a business out of this. And you have to, when you're running a business, you do have to target a certain audience. But at the same time, I found myself not being able to just turn the camera on and talk like I'm doing right now because I was more worried about how somebody was going to view the content, what they were going to say. And you know what? I realized, man, I don't give a fuck. You have to move in that frequency. You have to move in that energy of not giving a shit what somebody thinks about you, not giving a damn what somebody has to say about you, not being a perfectionist with things, because the perfectionism is simply just fear of judgment. You're worried about what somebody is going to think, that it's not good enough. They're going to judge you about the little things that you notice that most people don't even really notice or give a damn about. But that's just things that will stifle you. Those are the things that will keep you not doing and taking the actions that you know that you need to take. Most of us already know the actions that we need to take. It's deep inside of us. We all have a spiritual essence of ourselves. And deep down, your spirit is screaming for that creativity inside you to just come out. But this fear has been predicated in us by just society. So, man, you got to get to the point where you just don't give a damn. You just don't give a shit. Once you get to that point, that's almost like the energy of abundance. Because when you move in a lack, you move in fear. You know that you don't have a lot, so you're worried about losing what you have, and that's going to affect the actions that you take. So if you're trying to manifest abundance, but you're moving in the energy of lack, then the universe is just going to give you more of what you are. So you can think one thing, but if the actions that you're taking are in the energy of lack, then guess what you're going to get, right? So move in the energy of abundance. If you have abundance of something, you don't really care. It's like when you flip your faucet on at home and water comes out. We don't think twice about that because we're used to having that. We know we have water in abundance. There's not a limitation as far as the average person knows of water. We don't think about those things. If we turn the faucet on, water comes out of the faucet every time. We don't live in a country where water is scarce and we have to worry about water, depleting. So we just turn the water on. It's abundant. We know it's abundant. We need to have that same feeling about whatever it is that we want to do in life and move in that energy. If we know that we have more than enough, then we're not really worried about it. If I'm not worried about getting subscribers and views on videos, then I just turn this camera on and I just talk. I just say whatever. I move in an abundance energy. And that's what people are attracted to. That's how things are attracted to you when you move in that energy. So, but the main thing is you gotta step out of that fear, the fear of worry, the fear of judgment. You gotta not be worried about these things, because that's gonna stifle you. It's gonna keep you in a certain place. It's gonna keep you not taking the actions. If somebody has all the things that they want, they don't think about it. They move in abundance. They're not worried about somebody, the judgment of others. They're not worried about gaining a certain thing because they already have it. So move in that energy. Be fearless. Do what you want to do. Stop giving a damn about what people think and what people have to say. Because when you decide what you want, when you decide on that goal, then hopefully it's a good goal. A good goal of being a goal that you haven't had, that you haven't hit before, and you don't even know how to get there. Once you decide where you're trying to go, you're gonna hit a point where you have to overcome that fear. Because the fear is not even real. False experiences appearing real. The fear is not real. It's all in your mind. So you have to eradicate that to get to where you're going to, where you want to go. And I made a video about terror barriers, and that's the fear. The fear is the terror barrier. It's a fear barrier that you're going to come up against, but you can't let it stop you. Don't let it stop you. I myself, it stopped me for so long, but now you're watching me on this video, and I hope the things that I'm saying are affecting somebody in a positive way. I hope the things that I put in, the energy that I say these things in, are helping you or somebody else who's watching this video. Because that's what keeps me making these videos. It's the comments that I get from people. So move in the energy of abundance. Move in the energy of not caring what people got to say. Live how you want to live. Do what you want to do. And everything that you want will come to you. It will be attracted to you. But move in that light. Don't move in the negative frequencies of doubt, fear, mine just went blank. Don't move in these negative frequencies, y'all. Just do it. When you have something in your mind, you have to express it, because you never know whose life you're affecting. You never know whose life you could change by putting your experiences out there. By putting what you have to say out there, you can literally change somebody's life like my life has been changed. So I hope this reaches somebody and it makes an impact some kind of way, because that is my goal with everything that I do and all this content that I'm putting out. This is Rob Millionaire, man. I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one.